Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Interview and Experience series. So, we once again have Uday with us on the channel. And in a previous video, he shared his Citibank experience. And in this video, we will be discussing his experience at Inshorts as a senior Android developer. And you will find the link to the previous video somewhere on the top right corner. So, welcome back, Uday. And
Yeah. Hi. Thanks for having me again.
so, as usual, for those of you who are watching, you'll find the timestamps for each section in the video description below. So, without any further ado, let's start with our discussion. Uday, would you like to begin by sharing your experience till now as a Android developer at Inshore? Now, I know that it has not been very long since you've started working, but like, how has been your experience till now?
Yeah. I'll begin by saying that I joined in August of this year, so about 2 months back, and the experience till now has been really great, and the work here is to my liking. I always wanted to get into Android, and getting into that and getting to work with it has been really fulfilling for me. I really like that. So in terms of the tech stack, etc., I work in the Android team, so I get to work with Java majorly, uh, a little bit of Kotlin as well, and there are some also plans that we'll eventually move to Kotlin. So in the future, we'll definitely have Kotlin as, in the tech stack as well. Currently, it is Java for Android, and that is the tech stack, I think. As for the work-life balance thing, it is also really good here. Like there is no forcing of time here. Like if you want, you can work at night as well. I mean, you have to attend the meetings, obviously, but other than that, there is no set login or logout time. You can log in at any time, you can log out anytime as far as the work is getting completed and the assigned tasks you are doing on time. No one has a problem if you tend to work at nights as well. So yeah, that is obviously possible because currently we are we are following the work from home regime, and we do not have any dates on when we want to completely get into office. But if you want, we can go there. I some days I just go to the office just to interact, but there is no hard and fast rule which says that you have to come 3 days a week or 2 days a week, etc. If you want, you can go. If you do not want to, then you don't have to go. So that is the work-life balance thing. So yeah, I think that is it with the experience thing. The people here are also really good. You can reach out to them, like since there is a very startup kind environment, so you can easily reach out to anyone, and they'll gladly help you with the tasks. I also had some KTs at the beginning, like just to give me a explanation of the code and the architecture that they're following. So yeah, uh, I think that's all.
Okay, so just one question: why would you want to work at night?
Good question. But it's just for days where you do not want to work in the daylight and you just have to catch up so you can work at night.
Okay, I see. So, like, what kind of projects have been assigned to you, or have you been working on till now?
Yeah, so in the Inshorts organization, we have majorly two applications. One is the Inshorts application itself, obviously, and the other one is the public app. So it is also a news app that majorly focuses on the tier 2 and tier 3 cities. So these are the two major projects that are going on in the Android scheme of things. And there are some other plans for there are some plans for other apps as well, uh, like in other news sectors. So those are in motion as well, but I cannot reveal much about them. So majorly there are two projects, and I am currently working on the Inshorts application itself. Like I'm working on some new features that we are trying to add. So I'm currently working on those.
Okay, right. And so considering Inshorts is a fairly new and growing company, like as you said that many things are coming in and the features itself. And I'm guessing the team size would also not be very big. So like do you get enough ownership for your work, or in the sense do you get enough chances to lead or get involved in the design discussions and all?
Yeah, so as you mentioned, I think you got it spot on, that the team size is not very big. Like the whole and team uh, is not very big. So I was just given a task that we have to design this feature, and now uh, how I go about designing that feature is completely on myself. uh, if I want to like whatever I want, like if I want to do it like in a certain way, it's completely on me. I do not have a certain way specified, like you have to do it this way and just code it. No, there's a feature. I just have to implement it, and I've been given complete ownership. Even if I'm fairly new, I've been given complete ownership of the feature that I currently work on.
Good, good. And like, what are the different roles or domains for a software engineer in Inshorts apart from the Android?
Yeah, so there is an iOS team as well. So there are iOS engineers currently working on the iOS app. They are currently working on a big refactoring process, so they are very busy as well. There are backend teams. There's a whole backend team which works on different services and just the database side of things, caches, etc. So I think those are the major roles here in terms of software engineering. I would say those three are the major roles that are there.
Got it. And also, last question for this section. Like now, I would not ask your compensation, but I just wanted to know: is the pay or the compensation good or competitive for the SD2 level?
Yeah, definitely. It is competitive in that sense, and I would say they pay fairly good, but they do not give out ESOPs as of now. They haven't given out any ESOPs, and all of the CTC there is in the fixed form. So that is good, but there are no ESOPs. That is one thing to keep in mind.
Okay, okay. So considering the pay is really good, and from what you told, I can understand that since you have a lot of ownership and learning opportunities, I think it's fairly uh, good, not even decent, like better than decent opportunity for someone to work early or in their career, especially.
Yeah, yeah, sure. Because you get to get exposed to a lot of new technologies, a lot of, uh, as you said, you get a lot of ownership. So you get to learn a lot, is what I'd say in my short time here.
Right. So with this, let's move on to our next section. So I know that you got this opportunity in the most peculiar possible way. So like, would you like to elaborate on how you got the chance to interview?
Yeah, yeah, sure. So I remember I was just traveling through metro someday, and I got a call from a portal that is known as Uh, Top Hire. So they just asked me if I'm looking for a change, and we have a lot of companies that we have with us. So if you're looking for a change, you can try signing up. And I don't know why, but I just felt like, okay, this sounds sincere. I can try signing up on that website. So I went to tophire.co, and just signed up with the link that they had sent me. And you just had to enter your preferences as to what roles you want and what is your experience, notice period, etc. And within a few days, you get some openings that are there. So in this platform that I'm talking about, Top Hire, the companies reach out to you rather than you reaching out to the company. So the companies send you an interview request. Like you'll get a request, and if you want to interview for that company, you can select yes. Otherwise, you can select no. So the first opportunity that I got was of Inshorts only, and since it's a well placed brand and I knew about it, so I just did some research into the financials because I knew it's a fairly new company. So and I found that they're pretty stable, so I selected that. And within a week, I got a call from the HR at Inshorts that we like your profile, and if you want to go ahead with the process, we are giving you an assignment that you'll have to complete in 7 days. So that's how I got this opportunity, and the process was the process continued thereafter.
Got it. And like for someone who wants to apply directly to Inshorts, like what are the possible ways?
So, from what this was a question that I had to, like, if I did not happen to, if I did not get that call, like, how would I know that insurance is hiring? So, it is a weird thing actually. They tend to outsource their hiring to people, and they just pick out from these such platforms like from Naukri.com, from tophire.co, and then they reach out to you from there. There is no concept of a jobs that of a career website, but they tend to hire through those. So if you're really looking for an opening, you can maybe just go on LinkedIn and message the HRs directly through that. They're very responsive. I know that is not what we usually say, but in most cases they're very responsive, and they tend to get back to you pretty quickly. So I'd say the best way would be to reach out to them through LinkedIn.
Got it. Got it. Fair enough. And like, what kind of preparation someone needs to do before reaching out for the opportunity or for the interview call? Like, what kind of topics, subjects, and the difficulty level? Like, what is the absolute bare minimum someone needs to do before going for the interviews?
Okay. So the main focus here is on the on-hands knowledge that you have. Like they do not mind if you are not that good in competitive programming, or you cannot solve lead code questions very efficiently. They are looking for on-hand knowledge, hands-on knowledge basically, that if you can do some stuff. They look for the projects that you have done in your the personal projects, like if you did some in your college, if you did some in internships. So that is the focus that should be there. Like you should be if you have some practical knowledge, then you should be thorough with it. Like they do not expect you to know everything, but they do definitely expect you to know what you're talking about. So that would be one thing. And as for the subjects, I would say um, definitely OOPS would be a very good thing to get started on. And if you're applying for Android, then OOPS 100%. Maybe not so much SQL, but if you're applying for a backend role, then definitely you'll have to go through SQL as well. As for
Um,
the focus on DSA, it was not that much. In my case, it was not that much. They look for practical knowledge.
got it. And just following up on this, like, would you like to uh, give a brief overview of the process itself?
Yeah, definitely. So, one, as I said, the HR reached out to me, asking that asking that if I want to proceed with the process, and I said yes. So, they sent me an assignment. I basically had to develop a small Android app that did some tasks, and that I was given some specifications, like you have to use this, you have to use that. I'll get into more detail. Uh, so I was given that task and a deadline of 7 days. So after that, I had to submit the code and the APK. The code was to be submitted via GitHub repository. So I gave them a link of the repository and an APK. So they got back to me pretty quickly. I had a response in 3 days, and they got back to me saying that the app that I developed has been shortlisted, and now there will be two sets of interviews. One will be a technical interview and one will be an HR interview. So, and then asking about my availability, etc. And then we move to the first interview. So, in the first interview, uh, I was in the first interview and the only technical interview, I was asked about the app that I developed. So now getting into the details of the tasks that I had, I cannot reveal everything, but they majorly focused on dependency injection and some other major, major Android components like recycler views, uh, fetching data from API like and MVVM structure and some more common Android details that were there. So uh, in the first interview, uh, they made me open the code of the app that I had written, and they had a copy of the code as well. So they were just asking like, why did you do this? Like, why not did you do uh, pagination? Like, I did not do pagination there. There was a list, and I did not do pagination because I did not have the time. So I basically told them this only. I was truthful. I said that I did not have enough time, so I did not implement pagination. But here is how I can go about it. So I described like how would I go about that, and then there was a discussion in why would you not do this or why would you not use this method? Why do you think this is the best? So even though there was no right or wrong answer, but it was a very good conversation kind of thing. It did not feel like an interview per se. It was more of a conversation like why did you choose this? Why did you think this would be the best design? Or why did you do this? Why did you not do that? Etc. So
Got it.
that was the first round. This went on for about an hour and 5 minutes, but it did not feel like it. As I said, it was more a conversation. There were some questions in between, definitely. Like I was asked about some Java concepts, some basic Android concepts as well. So yeah, that was the first and only tech interview. After that, I had to follow up a bit. I mm, reached out to them about 1.5 week later because I did not get a response. And honestly, I was fairly confident that my interview went pretty well. So I did not understand why I did not get a response. So I reached out to the HR, to the recruiter, and she told me that there have been some issues with the person who was going to uh, take my HR interview. So I understood, and after about 1.5 or 2 more weeks, they got back to me and scheduled an HR interview. It was a very short interview. The meeting itself was scheduled for only 15 minutes, and it was with the co-founder of the company. I did not know that beforehand, and as soon as I joined the call, I was a little taken aback, but then I gathered myself, and it was just simple questions like, "You were in Citibank, a pretty established company. Why do you want to come to Inshorts? We are just growing, and why are you looking for a role change? Like there, you were working as a backend engineer, and here you want to work as an Android engineer. So why do you want to change?" So I explained them my reasoning that I would always wanted to get into Android, etc. So they were pretty satisfied with my answers, and the interview went for about 8 to 10 minutes. Not a long conversation, just a simple conversation. They asked me if I had any questions for them, so I asked them some questions regarding their journey and why did they choose to drop out of IITs and work full time on their startups. So yeah, that was a very good discussion as well. And they told me that if I will be selected, I'll get a call within 48 hours. And on the next day itself, I got an email with the offer letter attached. So yeah, that was the whole process of InShots.
Right. And I think we were together only when you got this email or this
Yeah,
offer letter.
yeah. I remember telling you. Yeah.
Right, right. So I guess that's pretty much from my side. I've asked all the questions which I had in mind. Is there anything that you would like to add from your side?
Honestly, I think I've said almost everything. Uh, I have been here for 2 months, and it's been a pretty good ride till now. I'm getting the work that I want. So, yeah, I don't think there is anything to add from my side as well.
Okay, so I think we'll end this video here. Thanks everyone for watching, and thanks a lot today for taking out time again and sharing all your valuable experience. So bye bye
Thank you.
everyone. Stay safe. Keep learning.